CarMax, a name that's become synonymous with convenience and transparency in car buying, has just dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the entire auto industry. But what did they reveal, and why does it matter for anyone considering a car purchase right now? This announcement could not only change the way you buy a car, but may also shake up the used car market in ways you might not expect. And it could end up hitting your wallet harder than you'd like. So, what's really going on at CarMax, and how might it affect your next big purchase? CarMax recently released its latest financial figures, showing a sharp increase in loan loss provisions, the amount they set aside to cover potential losses from loan defaults. In the past year, CarMax has raised these reserves from around $90 million to a staggering $126 million, an increase that signals rising defaults among car buyers. For CarMax, this trend is more than a financial strain. It reflects deeper issues impacting both American consumers and the larger economy. Since its start, CarMax has made car buying easy with a no-haggle pricing model and an extensive selection of vehicles. The appeal of knowing exactly what you'll pay without negotiating has made CarMax a top choice for buyers. Add to that their in-house financing options, which streamline the purchasing process, and CarMax offers a truly convenient experience. But with more buyers, especially those with subprime credit scores, turning to CarMax for financing, the high-risk loans have begun to expose vulnerabilities in the company's model. For buyers with lower credit, the initial excitement of getting a loan quickly fades as they face high monthly payments that stretch budgets to the limit. And CarMax is starting to feel the impact of those who can't keep up. The inventory challenge, lot rot, and holding costs. In addition to loan challenges, inventory management has become another costly issue for CarMax. Imagine rows of vehicles sitting on dealership lots for months, exposed to the elements and depreciating in value. Industry experts refer to this as lot rot, and it's more than just a logistical headache. It's a costly problem. Research shows that vehicles at CarMax can remain unsold for an average of 60 days, which is longer than the industry ideal. Each car that lingers on the lot requires additional upkeep, and the longer it sits, the more likely it is to need reconditioning before it can be sold. This adds up to higher operational costs that chip away at profits. The impact of rising interest rates on CarMax and consumers. On top of that, interest rates are putting the squeeze on car buyers like never before. With interest rates at some of their highest levels in decades, financing a vehicle through CarMax in-house options can be a double-edged sword. For those with lower credit scores, interest rates can sometimes reach levels that make monthly payments feel unmanageable. Imagine a borrower with a lower credit score, excited to drive off in a new vehicle, only to find that the monthly payments are stretching their finances thin. For some, the relief of securing a loan quickly turns into stress as they struggle to keep up with payments and risk falling behind. For CarMax, this strain is now showing up in their financial reports as delinquencies rise. This uptick in auto loan delinquencies isn't just a CarMax problem. It's a signal of broader economic distress. When consumers struggle to keep up with car payments, it's often a reflection of tightened budgets, higher living costs, and reduced disposable income. As delinquencies rise, CarMax is left with a growing number of repossessed vehicles, which come with their own costs and complexities. For every repossessed vehicle, CarMax incurs expenses for towing, storage, and repairs, further adding to the company's financial challenges. Rising delinquency rates and economic concerns. Amid these pressures, CarMax has started tightening its lending standards, making it harder for borrowers with lower credit scores to qualify for financing. While this move may help reduce financial risk, it also limits access for buyers who rely on flexible financing options. For some, CarMax's stricter criteria mean turning elsewhere, possibly to lenders who offer even higher interest rates, which can create a cycle of debt that's hard to escape. Adjusting prices to stay competitive. Recognizing the shifting market, CarMax has also adjusted its pricing strategy to attract budget-conscious buyers. With used car demand cooling off, CarMax has lowered prices on certain models, hoping to compete with other dealerships and avoid an inventory backlog. While this is a smart move to prevent excess stock, it also narrows profit margins. To make up for these smaller profits, CarMax now has to focus on volume, selling more cars to balance the books. But for consumers, the impact of all these factors might mean reevaluating the appeal of CarMax's no-haggle pricing. While the simplicity of fixed pricing has always been a selling point, more buyers are starting to wonder if the convenience is worth the cost. When compared to traditional dealerships or private sellers, CarMax vehicles can sometimes be priced a bit higher, a premium that effectively pays for the convenience of a hassle-free experience. With inflation squeezing budgets, buyers may be looking more critically at that convenience fee and opting to explore alternative options that could save them thousands. So what does this all mean for CarMax's future? Facing these headwinds, CarMax is trying to navigate a complex, rapidly changing market. They're balancing the need for profitability with the pressures of managing rising repossession costs, loan defaults, and shrinking profit margins. Each of these challenges doesn't just affect CarMax's bottom line. They have real implications for the wider economy and the car market at large. Rising delinquencies and loan defaults are often a sign of larger issues, like declining consumer confidence, higher living expenses, and stagnant wages. As CarMax tightens its lending standards and lowers prices, they're trying to stay flexible in a cooling market. These changes might help stabilize finances, but they also reflect a more significant trend toward budget-conscious spending. More than ever, car buyers are shopping with caution, comparing options, and considering alternatives to traditional financing models. Looking ahead, the road for CarMax will require adaptability and a strong focus on consumer trust. It's clear that CarMax needs to rethink its approach to lending and pricing to meet the needs of today's more financially aware consumer. Higher interest rates, inflation, and other pressures have shifted consumer priorities, making it essential for CarMax to balance profitability with affordability. As CarMax grapples with its challenges, its journey might serve as a wake-up call for the industry as a whole. Other players in the used car market are likely watching closely, noting the need for adaptability and responsiveness in the face of economic uncertainty. If CarMax can successfully navigate these challenges, it could set a new standard for balancing profitability with consumer needs, potentially reshaping the future of car buying. If you want to stay informed on the latest in the car market and get insights to help you make smarter purchasing decisions, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. And of course, we want to hear from you. What do you think about CarMax's new approach? Are you still considering them for your next car purchase? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.